What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chris McKay, and it's been, you know what time it is, man. Today react to, man, how Gucci Mane started one of Atlanta's deadliest beasts, man. If you know, if you like, subscribe, check out the video. I'm definitely gonna watch this next. No, that's one of the. I'm gonna watch both of these next, but yeah. Mad Max.
What's going on with you and Jeezy?
I don't fuck with him.
Right. So, what's got you feeling that way, man?
Niggas just be doing a little bitch ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit a bitch to do, you know what I mean? Like a little bitch.
Right. Gucci Man so where's all that coming from? Because, I mean, y'all had the song together. It seemed like the relationship was going along pretty all right. You know, y'all both repping the A.
I thought it was a real nigga, man, but you know, nigga carbon copy, man. I'm Oreo.
All right. So what really was the beginning of the end and make you feel this way that you feel right now?
Nigga tried to get my song on his album.
Keep choppers on deck, stay ready for beef. Little nigga scared shitless, he can't even sleep.
The conflict between Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy is simply put one of the deadliest rap beefs, period. But it went down in history books as a beef that changed the rap landscape of ATL forever. This particular feud holds legendary status within the hip-hop community, as it was characterized by a heightened level of physicality, culminating in an unprecedented and distressing incident. This specific feud is notable due to its significant impact, particularly in the context of Southern hip-hop in Atlanta. Curiously, it has not received the same level of recognition or acclaim as some of the more prominent hip-hop rivalries. Atlanta's music scene is well known for its interconnectedness and mutual support among artists, which has been a key factor in the city's ongoing influence in the industry. As such, it is unusual for conflicts among Atlanta-based artists to gain widespread mainstream attention. Typically, such disputes remain confined to a smaller scale and involve artists who have yet to achieve significant recognition.
Man, you know, we ain't never had no relationship, man. Dude's a fuckboy, man. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like to be compared to that nigga, man, because, like, I'm like a VHS, homie. You can rewind me back. Everybody in the city know me, dog. Like, this nigga, you know, basically I did another nigga a favor, dog, you know, and the nigga is a fucking gnat at a barbecue, dog. The nigga, he trying to get some shine, man. He can't get no shine on me. I'm a boss, dog. He's an artist. I mean, real talk, in a nutshell, my nigga, ain't no beef, because that nigga know I'm out every day. If you want to see me anytime, nigga, he come see me. And while y'all let him tell that bitch ass nigga quit calling my phone, copy deuces, man, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We straight, homie. And as far as the other shit is concerned,
I can just
Stop hitting me with fucking advertisement, bro.
You guys okay out here?
Damn.
you know, I just really don't like this throwing my name and all this shit to sell records. That's a whole move. Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga. And that's what he is, a bitch ass snitch ass nigga, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to get a nigga no light, dog. Real talk. That nigga. In a nutshell, it was never no beef. We never had any words about no song or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Let us delve into the purported origins of this rivalry. Primarily, the catalyst for this feud can be traced back to the track titled So Icy. This particular record marked a significant turning point in the careers of both Jeezy and Gucci Mane, as it emerged as their first major hit within the Atlanta music scene, eventually gaining recognition beyond the city's borders. Casting our minds back to the year 2005, Jeezy was an emerging artist in Atlanta, gradually building his reputation in the local music scene just prior to the release of his Trap or Die project. Recognizing the budding potential of Jeezy, it was Zaytoven who played a pivotal role in the genesis of this conflict. When Jeezy expressed interest in collaborating with Gucci Mane, Zaytoven seized the opportunity to bring these two artists together. At the time, Jeezy was already generating a notable buzz in Atlanta. Hence, Zaytoven reached out to Gucci Mane with the proposal of collaborating on a track with Jeezy. Sensing that this could be a significant career boost for Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane accepted the proposition, and the duo, accompanied by Zaytoven, convened at Zaytoven's residence to create So Icy. Subsequently, Jeezy had the chance to listen to the track at Zaytoven's home, and he found the record appealing, leading him to join the collaboration. The emergence of this dispute can be attributed to the success of the So Icy record, which led to complications as both artists were preparing to release their debut albums in 2005. Gucci Mane was in the process of gearing up for the release of Trap House, while Young Jeezy was preparing for the launch of Thug Motivation 101. Naturally, When a hit record is in your possession, the desire to include it on your debut album becomes quite compelling, as it has the potential to boost album sales. However, both artists consistently denied their interest in featuring So Icy on their respective albums. Publicly, in interviews, they vehemently refuted this notion, claiming that it was not the root cause of their conflict. Nevertheless, it is widely acknowledged, especially by the general public, that this disagreement originated from the dispute over So Icy. Ultimately, So Icy found its place on Gucci Mane's debut album and did not make its way onto Jeezy's album. This decision left Jeezy feeling perturbed and dissatisfied, as the record seemingly materialized on Gucci Mane's album without any prior communication or agreement between the two artists. It was in the midst of this situation, fueled by the influence of third parties, that the feud began to take shape. Displeased by the So Icy dispute, Jeezy decided to address the matter in his music by releasing a track titled Stay Strapped, in which he controversially placed a $10,000 reward on Gucci Mane's head. From the first verse of this aggressive track we read, "Even his own mama know Radrick Davis AB. To be honest, there's nothing Gucci about you, everything's coochie about you. See straight through, you're a plastic rapper. All on my D, where's the Magnum rapper? Murdered him on Black Tea, killed him on Icy. He my biggest fan. Don't he sound just like me? Gassed you're up, yeah, they played you. So I'ma take you back apart, 'cause I made you." The track in question exhibited remarkable qualities, spanning from its compelling instrumental arrangement to the lyrical content, including the captivating introduction and the factual statements presented as a conclusion. However, the sole point of contention arises from the decision to issue a reward for causing harm to Gucci Mane and openly disseminating this information to the public. This decision was particularly questionable given Jeezy's extensive affiliations with street organizations. In full awareness of the desperate circumstances and financial motivations prevalent within these communities, Jeezy's choice to put a bounty on Gucci Mane's life is widely regarded as a misguided and perilous action. The gravity of this misstep is compounded by the fact that Jeezy holds considerable influence in the streets, notably through his association with BMF. On the other hand, Gucci Mane also maintains substantial street connections. It was evident to many observers that this situation had the potential to escalate into a highly dangerous and potentially fatal conflict. Subsequently, in May 2005, just as Jeezy released his diss track, Gucci Mane made the decision to respond and initiate a counterattack in this ongoing conflict. Gucci Mane's response track, Round 1, exhibited a level of intensity and musical prowess equivalent to Jeezy's initial diss song. The instrumental arrangement was dynamic, characterized by a captivating beat, and the hook proved to be quite memorable, a feature that was arguably lacking in Jeezy's initial offering. Furthermore, the lyrical content of Gucci Mane's diss record was marked by its sharp and forceful delivery, underscoring the strength of his response. One of the toughest lyrics on the track are the first two lines of the bridge that say, "Use a perfect example of what a crab is, choppa hit ya, make you scream out your ad-libs." And then in the second verse of the track, Gucci goes on to rap, "That 645, he leasing it in icy video wearing Meech's stuff. 3 cents off a album what Jeezy gets, put a dress on. You Meech's B, you a thug imposter, you deserve an Oscar. Album ain't hot. Def Jam finna drop you hanging around the ballpark, claiming you from Boulevard, old Ferrari. You bought that from Pull Apart." This conflict, defined by the exchange of diss tracks, was characterized by a refreshing level of directness. Unlike many contemporary feuds where artists employ subliminal disses, these individuals were unambiguous in naming their adversaries. The references were overt and unequivocal, leaving no room for ambiguity as to the subjects of their criticism. However, the feud took a dramatic and perilous turn following the release of these diss tracks. On May 10, 2005, Gucci Mane was at his residence in the company of a female friend when a group of intruders, reportedly 4 men, forcibly entered his home. A physical altercation ensued, during which the assailants allegedly threatened Gucci Mane with firearms.
One of them had green tape, one of them had a weapon, one of them had brass knuckles and hit him with brass knuckles. Didn't hit him real hard, had him wrapped up. Another guy had a weapon, hit one of the other guys with a weapon.
In response, Gucci Mane, adhering to the persona of a gangster rapper, seized a firearm and discharged it. resulting in the injury of one of the intruders. Subsequently, the perpetrators hastily fled the premises, including the female companion. Notably, one of the assailants Gucci Mane shot was a rapper affiliated with Young Jeezy, known as Pookie Loc. Pookie Loc, who had a long-standing connection with Young Jeezy, was discovered deceased near a school in Decatur, Georgia, in the days following the altercation. Gucci Mane, faced with a warrant for his arrest, voluntarily surrendered to the authorities, ultimately facing a murder charge in connection with the incident. Approximately 1 week after his incarceration, Gucci Mane conducted a phone interview in which he proclaimed his innocence and emphasized that his actions were born out of fear and necessity. He expressed remorse for the entire episode and adamantly maintained that he was not inherently malevolent. In contrast, Jeezy disavowed any involvement in the shooting, despite Pookie Loc's affiliation with his record label. Jeezy contended that Gucci Mane was attempting to manipulate the unfortunate incident for the sake of enhancing his public image and record sales, thereby casting it in a different light. As Young Jeezy continued to revel in the success of his music career, enjoying hit records and robust album sales, Gucci Mane found himself in a very different situation, incarcerated and facing a murder charge. A period of 6 months passed, and on January 16, 2006, a significant development occurred as Gucci Mane was ultimately acquitted of the murder charge in a court trial. In his defense, Gucci Mane maintained that his actions were driven by self-defense, emphasizing that he had been under attack and had acted to protect himself. Supporting his claim, a key witness, likely the female present during the incident, corroborated his account, affirming that it had indeed been an act of self-defense. This legal victory resulted in Gucci Mane's acquittal on the murder charge, marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing feud. A year elapsed from the time of Gucci Mane's initial murder charge until his legal vindication. Following this legal triumph, Gucci Mane made the decision to re-enter the realm of diss tracks and released a new song titled 745. Upon the release of a certain record, there was a widespread perception that the dormant beef had been rekindled. However, Young Jeezy made a conscious decision not to engage in any form of response. Instead, he maintained silence, opting not to perpetuate the dispute. It appeared that the rivalry had subsided. Fast forward 2 years later, Gucci Mane made a significant move by teaming up with DJ Drama, a close friend of Jeezy, to produce the Gangsta Grillz mixtape titled The Movie, released on September 16, 2008. This collaboration reignited controversy, particularly because of the strong bond that had previously existed between Jeezy and DJ Drama, who had a history of releasing mixtapes together. Many took this as a sign of disrespect towards Jeezy. However, DJ Drama consistently emphasized that he maintained neutrality in the feud, asserting that he was not taking sides. Several months later, on January 12, 2009, a screening event for the movie Notorious witnessed an altercation between Jeezy and DJ Drama, each involving their respective entourages. This incident added fuel to the existing tensions between the parties. Following this altercation, Jeezy publicly criticized DJ Drama, referring to him with derogatory terms for his collaboration with Gucci Mane, thereby worsening the animosity in the feud.
Watch sports with live TV like cable with YouTube TV. Try it free.
Bro? YouTube can't be doing me like that, bro.
On June 15, 2009, Young Jeezy opted to resume the feud by releasing a new track titled 24-23, in which he once again directed his disses toward Gucci Mane. While this record exhibited considerable lyrical prowess, it was evident that both Gucci and Jeezy had previously delivered more impactful diss songs when the beef initially ignited. The time gap between Gucci's second diss track and Jeezy's response was relatively short, merely spanning a few years. This fluctuating pattern of the beef rising and waning had become characteristic of the ongoing feud, and it was conceivable that it might continue to resurface over the years. Surprisingly, after Jeezy's 24-23 inches track, Gucci Mane chose not to retaliate with a diss track of his own, resulting in another period of inactivity in the feud. However, a significant turn of events occurred on December 3, 2009, when Gucci Mane made a surprising announcement that he had collaborated with Young Jeezy. This unexpected collaboration took many by surprise, as the beef had become increasingly volatile and reconciliation seemed unlikely. It was reported that Jeezy, Gucci, and DJ Drama took to a radio station to declare a truce, marking a momentous development in the feud's trajectory.
Snowman,
I mean, what we doing? What we doing? I mean,
like a movie. You know what we're gonna do.
I think. Listen, I'm gonna talk like this. I'm gonna say for me, man, this DJ Drama speaking is somebody that I've been loving hip hop since I was about 5 or 7. You know what I mean? I remember being that little kid on the block, you know, watching the older kids do this music thing, and you know, God blessed me with this opportunity to be in this game and to change lives. And you know, as much as I'm in it, you know, I've had the opportunity to work with both you guys. You know, Jeezy, we made so much history together. Gucci, we did so many things together, made history, and you know, both of y'all.
Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy was genuine. Gucci Mane went on Big Boy's radio show on December 15th, 2009, confirming the truce and hinting at the possibility of more collaborative records in the future. However, just a few months later, on March 4th, 2010, a sudden turn of events disrupted this apparent peace. Entourages associated with the two artists engaged in a physical altercation, reigniting tensions and casting doubt on the sustainability of the truce that had been declared. During this particular incident, both Jeezy and Gucci Mane were absent, and it was reported that Waka Flocka Flame, who had not yet fully established his own music career, was present. At that time, he was primarily recognized as Gucci Mane's associate, particularly in the role of a troubleshooter who handled various issues. The altercation did not directly involve Gucci and Jeezy, as they were not present at the scene and did not issue any directives. It is unclear what precisely escalated the situation, but such confrontations often stem from conflicts among individuals in the artist's entourages. In this case, it was the entourages associated with Jeezy and Gucci Mane who engaged in the physical altercation, which added a new layer of hostility to the ongoing feud. Typically, the artists themselves prefer to avoid further complications and disputes, as they already contend with a substantial load of issues. However, when altercations occur among their entourage members, it tends to lead to even more violent outcomes. In this instance, Waka Flocka Flame left the scene with a black eye, allegedly as a result of an altercation with an artist associated with Young Jeezy, Slick Pulla. This physical altercation marked the official rekindling of the beef, and there appeared to be no turning back from this point. Surprisingly, for about a year and a half, the feud remained relatively dormant, with no diss tracks or violent altercations involving their entourages. The situation seemed to have calmed down. However, after this period of relative quiet, on August 11, 2011, the feud flared up once again, marking a resurgence of tensions after an approximately year-and-a-half lull. On a certain date, Gucci Mane made it abundantly clear that he couldn't envision himself ever collaborating with Young Jeezy again. He expressed the view that the damage done to their relationship was beyond repair, acknowledging the actions that transpired between them, and essentially declaring that they could coexist, but never engage in musical collaborations again. This statement served as Gucci Mane's official declaration of an end to the beef between them. Several months passed, and on December 11, 2011, Young Jeezy appeared on MTV's Rap Fix during an interview with Sway. During this interview, Jeezy was queried about the origins of the conflict with Gucci Mane and whether it could be reconciled. Jeezy provided a new perspective on the beef, revealing that Gucci Mane's discontent had stemmed from Jeezy's failure to join him for a performance of So Icy. However, what had not been previously disclosed, not even to Jeezy's own record label, was the fact that Jeezy was undergoing throat surgery at the time, which rendered him unable to fulfill the performance commitment. The revelation of this previously undisclosed medical issue brought a new dimension to the understanding of the feud's origins, raising questions about whether Jeezy might have concealed this information intentionally. Nearly a year later, in 2012, Gucci Mane appeared on The Breakfast Club and demonstrated that the rift between him and Young Jeezy remained profound. When Charlemagne inquired about the possibility of the two artists reconciling their differences, or at least acknowledging each other as legends, Gucci Mane categorically rejected the idea. He asserted that he could not regard Jeezy as a legend.
This thumbnail about to go crazy. Bro, they keep hitting me these fucking advertisements, bro.
Citing the belief that Jeezy had attempted to take his life.
You ain't Jeezy or Atlanta legends, though. It wouldn't be good to see
I'm
y'all.
a legend later. I wouldn't say it. I ain't nobody a legend. You see somebody.
Can that nigga Gucci Mane look? That dude Gucci Mane is stupid, bro.
True. What's a legend about that?
It is essential to note that this interview occurred during a period when Gucci Mane was displaying erratic behavior, engaging in Twitter rants, making threats, and generally causing disruptions in the industry. These events took place before his incarceration and his subsequent transformation into a more composed and focused individual. As tensions began to mount once more, young Jeezy chose to address the situation during an appearance on Big Boy's Neighborhood just 2 days after the beef had started to heat up again. During the interview, Jeezy used derogatory language to describe Gucci, referring to him as retarded. He further emphasized his perspective by asserting that Gucci was not taken seriously in the industry, seemingly alluding to Gucci Mane's infamous ice cream cone face tattoo.
You know, I feel like, you know, everybody know that boy retarded, man. Nobody taking him seriously, man. You know, he got an ice cream cone on his face, man. Let's be for real. You know what I mean? And you know, given that said, you know, I'm not going back, you know, I'm going forward.
From Jeezy's standpoint, the past was firmly behind him, and he showed no inclination to revisit the feud. However, Gucci Mane held a notably different perspective. In response to these comments, Gucci Mane released a diss track titled Truth, which went on to earn recognition as one of the most significant diss tracks in the history of hip-hop feuds. 80 chains going and ain't took one yet, Burr. Ain't nothing retarded about Gucci but this gold Rolex. Huh. A $10,000 bounty put on my neck. Burr, I hope you didn't pay them, 'cause they didn't have no success, nope.
So you put 10 bands on this nigga head, and this nigga's still alive, bro. So, if you pay their ass, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know Jeezy? He put a bounty on Gucci Mane head for how many years? For like 18 years now, since 2005, bro. And this nigga's still here, bro. Bro, that nigga been beefing for 18 years. It's crazy, bro. That shit. And Gucci killed one of y'all niggas though. Gucci killed one of they niggas, and they ain't do shit back. Yeah, Wednesday. Track of the race. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
In his diss track, Truth, Gucci Mane unleashed a torrent of criticisms and insults directed at young Jeezy. The track contained various derogatory statements aimed at Jeezy, leaving many to ponder how Jeezy could possibly respond with a diss track of his own. Given the intensity and content of Gucci's diss track, it's a relief that Jeezy refrained from releasing a retaliatory response. Guaranteed at that time, Gucci Mane was facing a turbulent period in his life. His struggles with substance abuse and his overall demeanor were markedly different from the more composed and focused version of himself that we know today. In the track, Gucci accused Jeezy of being the victim of a robbery, criticized his parenting, and made allegations about Jeezy's romantic involvement with Keyshia Cole, including her alleged infidelity with other men. These pointed and personal attacks added further fuel to the already intense feud. Following the release of this track, Jeezy chose not to respond with a diss track or make any public statements addressing the situation. In contrast, Gucci Mane took to Twitter to vent his frustrations, claiming that he was prepared to wager a substantial sum, specifically mentioning $100,000. He also asserted his belief that he could physically take Jeezy on. These tweets from Gucci Mane added an extra layer of intensity to the feud, as they highlighted the personal and confrontational nature of their ongoing dispute. I, Radrick Davis, aka Guwap, bet 100K I can and will beat Jeezy. Between May 13, 2014 and May 26, 2016, the feud entered another phase of relative calm. During this period, Gucci Mane faced legal issues and eventually pleaded guilty to possession of a firearm as a convicted felon, a charge that contributed to his 2-year prison sentence. His time behind bars appeared to bring about significant changes in his demeanor. When he was released, he returned to the public eye appearing slimmer and displaying a more peaceful disposition. Surprisingly, he also seemed to have set aside his old feuds, at least for the time being. His period of incarceration appeared to have triggered a change in his mindset. However, on December 16, 2016,
Want to know? I took my business.
See, Gucci Mane do look the same. He just he don't have like a fat ass, chubby ass face or a head, whatever.
Gucci Mane addressed his beef with Young Jeezy and T.I. during an interview on The Breakfast Club. In this interview, he shared his perspective on his relationship with the two rappers, explaining that he had no interest in engaging in conversation with them if they were in the same room. He clarified that it wasn't a matter of continuing beef, but rather a stance of having nothing to say to them. Gucci expressed the sentiment that they could go their separate ways and coexist without animosity. Gucci a matter of continuing beef.
Look at the face, he look the same.
But rather a stance of having nothing to say to them. Gucci expressed the sentiment that they could go their separate ways and coexist without animosity.
At first, I was like,
yet he had no desire to exchange pleasantries or engage in conversation with them.
Like you and T.I. and Jeezy might be in the same place and Gucci don't speak to them. Or they try to speak to you and you.
Speak for what? We ain't got nothing to speak about. You do your thing, I do mine. We ain't gotta be at odds, but at the same time, I don't want to slap your hand. I don't want to speak. Just do you.
So it's not beef. It's just we just don't. Right.
We know we don't like each other, so ain't no need in playing.
Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy eventually reached a point where they agreed to meet under one condition: they would participate in a versus battle. This decision was intended to help bury the hatchet and put their long-standing feud behind them. Despite the passage of time, the atmosphere in the room during the 2020 versus battle was still charged with tension. During the battle, the situation took a turn for the worse when Gucci Mane chose to take a provocative stance by dissing Jeezy's late friend and former artist, Pookie Loc. This move was unexpected, given that the versus battle was supposed to be an opportunity to let go of past grievances and foster a sense of reconciliation.
Big dog, he got the little boy complex. Go dig your partner up, nigga. I bet he can't say shit. And if you're looking for the kid, I be in zone 6. I hit a birthday party fresh. You and your homeboy Till.
Yeah, you said he'd be in zone 6.
I bet he can't. Big dog.
He said you can pick your homie up from the grave.
Go dig your partner up, nigga. I bet he can't say shit.
Bro, what's the name of this song? I like that song kind of go hard though, man.
I hit a birthday party fresh. You and your homeboy Till.
It was notable that Young Jeezy chose not to escalate the situation further and instead opted to let it slide, perhaps in an effort to move toward a more peaceful resolution. Despite the public belief that Jeezy and Gucci Mane had put their differences behind them after their versus battle, a new verse from Gucci featured in his track with Lil Durk, Rumors, suggested otherwise. In this verse, Gucci once again made reference to Jeezy's late friend, Pookie Loc. Gucci's lyrics included the lines, "DA dropped my murder, didn't have evidence to prove it, / I think my house is haunted, yeah, by who? The ghost of Pookie." This reference to Pookie Loc didn't initially elicit a response from Jeezy. However, fellow rap veteran 50 Cent noted the diss and took to social media to further taunt Young Jeezy in response to Gucci Mane's lyrics. This event indicated that the tension between the two artists still had the potential to flare up despite their past attempts to reconcile. His post-new artist, in response to Gucci Mane's lyric, noted the diss and took to social media to further taunt Young Jeezy in response to Gucci Mane's lyrics. This event indicated that the tension between the two artists still had the potential to flare up despite their past attempts to reconcile. His post caption said, "Yo, this SB crazy out here, stay dangerous, that way you feel safe. Get the strap. Gucci say he smoking on Pookie Loc." In the complex and often turbulent world of hip-hop, the story of Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane serves as a remarkable testament to the power of reconciliation. Over the years, these two artists found themselves embroiled in a feud that witnessed various forms of animosity, violence, and lyrical warfare. Yet, against all odds, they managed to set aside their differences and come to the table for a versus battle in 2020. This pivotal moment in their journey, though marked by lingering tensions and a controversial reference to Pookie Loc by Gucci Mane, was a turning point. It demonstrated that even the most bitter of feuds can find resolution when artists are willing to engage in dialogue and bridge the gaps that divide them. The fact that Young Jeezy chose to take the high road and not escalate the situation further underscored the potential for growth and reconciliation in the hip-hop community. Their journey serves as a valuable reminder that even in the most intense rivalries, a path to reconciliation can ultimately emerge, paving the way for a new chapter in their lives and careers.
Damn. It's a long-ass video. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. My shit say 29, about to be 30 minutes, bro. Damn. Bye, yeah. Stay in the video. If you new, like, subscribe. Chris, okay out there, man.